Look at this, similar records, but of those 6 losses, Derek Campos has 1 from Brandon Girtz, 1 from Derek Campos.
And with the official introductions here once again, Michael C. Williams.
Live on Spike, Miller Lite presents Bellator MMA from WinStar World Casino and Resort. The time has come for the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Chickasaw Nation Office of the Gaming Commissioner, Mr. Scott Colbert. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. It's Miller time. And now, set for 3 5-minute rounds, we introduce the blue corner. At 5'7", weighing in 157.7 pounds. His professional record, 14 victories, 6 defeats. Originally from Minneapolis, he fights out of Denver, Colorado, Brandon Girtz. And across the cage is adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'9", weighing in 155.4 pounds as a professional. 18 wins, 6 defeats, hailing from Lubbock, Texas, presenting Derek Stallion Campos. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Big John McCarthy.
Brandon, Derek. Gentlemen, we got over the rules in the back. I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard but fight clean. If you want to touch your gloves again, good luck to both of you.
Referee Big John McCarthy with final instructions. We are set for Chapter 3 in the rivalry between Derek Stallion Campos and Cold Roll Brandon Girtz. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It's a catch weight of 158 pounds.
Derek, you ready?
But this one has ramifications in the Bellator MMA lightweight division. Campos in the red gloves, Girtz in the blue gloves.
And a couple things tactically to keep in mind. Girtz, this was a late notice fight for him, didn't have a full camp. Also, Campos wanted the heavier weight class. Usually it's the guy with the last minute notice who wants the heavier weight. Campos wanted it. I think he believes in his power.
Fight Clock, of course, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers, it's Miller time. And we talk about ramifications in the lightweight division, unfinished business, of course, between Brent Premises. Girtz lands a knee on Campos and Michael Chandler, as Chandler losing the title in ignominious fashion at Bellator NYC. I'm sure there will be a rematch.
What do we say about power punches? Both guys leaning into every shot.
Close the hand when it comes out, Derek.
Not only do these guys not jab a lot anyway, when you're facing a guy who's of the opposite stance, the jab is generally harder to use. You generally rely on power punches facing a guy in the opposite stance.
And Campos hunting down Girtz with a couple of strikes. A minute gone here in the first round.
There you go.
Mauro Ranallo, Jimmy Smith, Jen Brown, and the entire Bellator MMA crew here at WinStar World Casino and Resort in Thackerville, Oklahoma. Oh, and a
nice kick
by Girtz. Campos chest down, and Campos with that Superman punch.
He ate a hook coming in. Girtz caught him with that right hook over the top.
And again, Girtz just leading with that left hand. Oh, but he got caught with a left hook by Campos and knocked Campos off balance with a strike of his own.
This is like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Both guys there to be hit. Not scared to unload.
Expect them to go together like a dentist and a carpenter, no less than tooth and nail, hammer and tong type action expected in this one here with less than 3 minutes left in the first round. And Campos, of course, maybe a bit of a mental victory already, able to survive the first couple of minutes after what went down the last time they met.
Look at their heads whenever they're fighting. They are on a rail. They don't move them at all until they start throwing punches. Then there's some slight movement, but defensively, they don't care at all. It's
center line.
Yep. You don't have to wonder whether you can close your eyes and hit these guys.
Lead right hand by Campos. Girtz just swinging wildly back. just past the midpoint of the first round.
Yeah, both guys are landing their power punches. Campos with the right hand, Girtz with the left hook over the top. Beautiful straight left there.
Girtz from the southpaw position, firing off with the left and then the liver kick. A little low.
It's a right hook over the top by Girtz from that southpaw stance. That's what he keeps knocking Campos off balance with. Just like that, they come in right hand and then right hook over the top of it. That's been the trade-off. Girtz has eaten the right hand, and then he lands his right hand over the top with the hook.
And kick by Campos. And Girtz hits a left hook, the knee up the middle, but then it's Girtz landing the right hook. And man, they are just swinging for the fences and hurt Eddie. Girtz is leaking from the forehead, and he secures the takedown. And an elbow strike to Campos.
Somebody is bleeding horribly. It's Girtz. It's Girtz. He's fighting now like he's desperate.
There will be blood in Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Wow. We predicted fireworks. This has not disappointed. Look at the left eye of Campos. He is blinking badly.
And these two treating each other like guests at the red wedding.
He keeps pawing at that eye. Girtz is trying to wipe away the blood. Both guys are hurt, for sure.
Under a minute left in the first round.
They just stand there and take it.
Girtz and Campos delivering as advertised. Oh, beautiful. Left hand just above the belt.
Now the question here, that is a bad cut. The positioning isn't bad in terms of a stoppage. It's not on the lid, it's not in a vital area, but it runs into the eyes. I can't see how deep it is, but Girtz might have to throw everything because they're going to check it out in between rounds.
Yeah, Girtz beginning to sport the crimson mask with 30 seconds left in this opening round.
And that is old school pro wrestling bad. Wow. Abdul the Butcher, anybody get that? Nobody?
Oh, liver kick by Girtz.
Yep, so that was caused by, John McCarthy said it was by a knee. He turned to the judges and said, cut caused by a knee. Great stuff by Campos.
Opening round featuring more blood than an episode of Dexter as we go to round two. You might as well put the jab on a milk carton, right, Jimmy?
Done. It is missing, my friend.
Oh, the southpaw Girtz landing a 1-2 on Campos.
This is one of those I'll learn defense later kind of fights.
Outside leg kick and receipt from Campos.
And Girtz has been a little more active this round.
I think he knows time may be against him because of that cut, but he is just winding up and unloading. Counter left hand by Girtz.
What did Teddy Atlas
nice
say?
right uppercut and left hand.
Yeah, Teddy Atlas said it. He said he's the kind of guy that gets offended if you don't punch him. Both these guys get offended if you don't punch him.
Under 30 seconds left in the round. Campos with a knee up the middle that gets knocked off balance by Girtz.
Always that hook follows the shot. Girtz will take the first one and then launch that right hook over the top.
It has been a blood and guts battle through 2 rounds. The third and final round is coming up. Wow. Jimmy, after 10 minutes, how do you have it on your unofficial scorecard?
2-0 for Campos. I think he's hurting Girtz a little bit more. Had him in trouble against the fence a couple times. But what's different in that second round is Girtz was more active. Like we said, he doesn't have time on his side. He's being busier. But it's effective aggression. I think Campos being a little bit more effective. I mean, this could be at any point in the fight. Power punches hurts him. And then always that right hook over the top backs Campos off right when it looks like he has Girtz in serious trouble.
Hey, you're landing.
Beautiful stuff with the straight left hand. I mean, toe-to-toe, I dare you to hit me. That's what both of these guys are saying, and both guys are obliging with power shots. Now that knee grazed. It didn't land right at the point, and it's over.
Whoa.
Good job, you did your job.
They have stopped it because of the fight. I'm sorry, they've stopped the fight because of the cut.
And much to the chagrin And the protestation from the corner of Brandon Girtz, who is willing to continue the arc of a warrior, Brandon Girtz. And an anticlimactic finish to what had been a thrilling rubber match.
Now Campos looks disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels like he wants to keep going.
and we talk about Pitbull and Strauss fighting 4 times. I'm pretty sure the fans would like to see these two go at it a 4th time.
I could see them fighting 10 times.
Well,
Yeah, everybody, I'm looking around and certain people in the crowd are flashing 4. They want to see it again.
Well, just like Zeus, they were throwing lightning bolts at each other, but in the end, Derek Campos wins the rubber match, much to the chagrin of Brandon Girtz. All right, time for the Blackheart Premium Spiced Rum replay. Bold 93 proof rum that's edgy to the core.
And here's where it happened. Look at this knee. Bang! Right through the center. I'm telling you, that would have knocked a lot of guys out. Opened up a nasty cut right between the eyes on the forehead. And Girtz, spirit is so willing to keep going, but the doctor determining for his health and safety, this fight has to be ended. What a disappointment, a great fight.
Unfortunately, a fight that had been en fuego has been extinguished due to the cut suffered by Brandon Girtz. We'll make it official next. An electrifying end to Bellator 181. Let's make it official with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage after 2 rounds of non-stop action as a result of the deep cut to the forehead and upon the advice of the cage-side physician, referee Big John McCarthy waves off the contest. Official time, 5 minutes of round number 2. The winner by TKO, Derek Stallion.